Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. And if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and click subscribe right now. And we're going to get into this individual right now. We're looking at is Kanye West, great legendary producer, hip hop artist, multi-platinum artist. I have nothing but good to say, nothing but good words for this man regarding his music. Now, we're talking about him running for president in the year 2020. So you're going to be running up against Trump and Biden. So we don't know how that's going to work. Of course, we don't know what can happen due to the fact President Trump was elected based on the fact President Trump is so inexperienced in any kind of politics. And he's a celebrity, you know, what was the show, The Apprentice? You know, firing everybody and everything. So if Arnold Schwarzenegger can get the governor of California and Donald Trump can get the president of the United States, then Kanye West has a fair chance. I don't care what any of you guys says. If you don't think he has a fair chance, leave a comment right now. Stop the video and leave a comment. Because I'm telling you, the American people were desperate for anybody, in my opinion, in the last election, other than Hillary. Anybody other than Hillary. So, now, Kanye West has some interesting words to say in his first presidential speech, or so to speak, and campaign there, whatever you want to call it. You know, I've always thought that he was a little bit on the emotional side. But you're going to see for yourself, so stay tuned. We're going to check out this video right now.
I'm going to split the black votes. This reminded me, what was Samuel L. Jackson's character in Django? I don't want to say that in an improper way. I just haven't had the time to word it in the most elegant way possible. So that's a Stephen move. When Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people. Is not owned by any blacks. Universal Music is not owned by any blacks. Any celebrity that you see talking is not the real power. Because the real power that I am putting my mind on the life today to speak about, you don't see them. You don't see the real power. You don't know who's putting the internet in your school just to track you. You don't know who's targeting you. Black woman in between the ages of 12 to 21 that follows this person in order to buy this product. You don't know who's the head of the boards. In risk or no risk of losing whatever deal possible, I am not on the board at Adidas. I am not on the board at Gap. And that has to change today. Or I walk away. Because don't believe that because they put the second woman, not the first, on the bus, the first woman, you know that story where I'm going, right? There was a girl. What, do you remember her name? Not Rosa Parks. There was a dark-skinned woman. What was she, 15? 15? She was pregnant at a wedlock. So she couldn't start the movement. She couldn't put the bricks in the streets. I about George Soros, in all honesty, I do not know much about this man, so I would not bear false witness. I need to educate myself more about these, but also these things is, we pinpoint names. We pinpoint people, we attack each other. We are all equal in God's eyes. Sometimes people are controlled by demons. Sometimes people are controlled by the environment that we are in. But we are all God's people. There's no bad people. There are lost people. But we are all God's people. There's no left, right, red, blue. That's why my hair is purple today. And everyone, I've never got next to someone who didn't become more prosperous because of it. George Soros, I know, knows how to make homes in one day. Well, we're doing the same thing. We're making homeless shelters. So I would like to meet with George Soros on that. Mark Zuckerberg would like to bring the internet into Africa. Okay, well, let's beat Mark Zuckerberg, because when you went to Africa, they said no. China is buying land in Africa. Okay, well, my deal with Adidas is no longer that I get a 15% royalty. I'm giving them the 15% royalty. Wait a second. I don't want to hear. I will let you know when I'm finished with my thoughts. And I would prefer 10. I like multiples of 20, but I'm giving them a 15% royalty. But because of their 15% royalty, it made me into a billionaire, which could make me, off of this speech alone, at zero tomorrow. But when God calls Moses, he has to leave his comfy job, working for the Egyptians, and free the people. And the freedom does not come from an election. The freedom comes from you not loading up pornography. The freedom comes from you not taking the Percocet. The freedom comes from you not downing your brother and your sister. The freedom comes from you putting that gun down and not shooting people at the gas station. It has nothing to do with this election. It only has to do with God and God's people. He said, come on. He set pause for us to take a moment and breathe and not TikTok ourselves out. He set pause for us. Now we have a moment to breathe. It has nothing to do with black, white, rich, poor, red, blue, Native American, pilgrim. It has to deal with being truthful to what God has. I see you have your hands up. Walk up here. You're going to get your chance. Walk, yes, you're going to walk up here. Now, let me tell you something. I heard you. Planned Parenthood. All right, so let me tell you, I'm talking about Planned Parenthood. So, un momento, we're going to talk, I'm going to have my thought, and then I'm going to do Planned Parenthood. Thank you. So, un momento, because you're both like no, we're going to be, that Latin is one of the most original languages, and we all used to be able to speak that. I don't speak that well. And there are illegal, so-called, there's no such thing as an illegal immigrant. And people that are working here and supporting the world, then they need the opportunity for the freedom in the state for the country that they work for. Let me go to Planned Parenthood. Yes. The statement is, in the Bible it says, thou shalt not kill. I remember that my girlfriend called me screaming and crying, and I was just thinking, because at that time I was a rapper, I was out there, I had different girlfriends and everything, and I just thought to myself, I want to word this in a way that, hey, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to word it like what I just thought of it. So my girlfriend called me, and I just thought to myself, please don't tell me I gave Kim Kardashian name. That's going to be the worst thing. And she said, I'm pregnant. And I said, yes. And I said, no. So I'm going to I just came from the doctor. I was like, oh my God, what's in that baby? Because I was having like, you know, the rapper's lifestyle. So she said she was pregnant, and for 1 month and 2 months and 3 months, we talked about her not having this child. She had the pills in her hand. People know these pills where you take the pills, and if you take it, it's a wrap. The baby's gone. So I was sitting up in Paris, and I have my leather pants on. You already know, if you got leather pants on, you already know who this person must think they are. Right? And I'm in the apartment where my wife was actually robbed. And I have my laptop up, and I got all of my creative ideas. I got my shoes, I got my next album cover, I got communities, I got clothes, I got all this. And the screen went black and white. And God said, if you fuck with my vision, I'm gonna fuck with yours. And I called my wife, and she said, we're gonna have this baby. I said, we're gonna have this child. I know people that are 50 years old that didn't have the children, that didn't have that child, that have never got to experience the level of joy that I experienced having a child. So even if my wife were to divorce me after this speech, she brought North into the world, even when I didn't want to. She stood up and she protected that child. You know who else protected a child? Who do you think might have protected a child? 43 years ago, who do you think protected a child? My mom saved my life. My dad wanted to abort me. My mom saved my life. There would have been no Kanye West because my dad was too busy. They've been set up. How many people have to drive 45 minutes to get to their job here? So I moved to a small town in Cody, Wyoming, where people can walk, a 4-year-old can walk from school to home safely. There's a lot of policies that only relate to what Roc-A-Fella, DuPont, and Cotton.
Now you just witnessed and heard that the first presidential the running, the speech people give like a campaign. So what do you guys think about that? What you heard, what he spoke on? Leave a comment right now. So now let's get into Kanye's bipolar disorder diagnosis, and Kim Kardashian, his wife, was concerned about it. So this here was, as I'm going to read this out. There have been several reports that Kim Kardashian West is concerned about her husband, rapper and entrepreneur Kanye West, and some of his recent behavior. Kanye, 43 years old, was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2016, and Kim is concerned that West may be going through a manic period. On the 4th of July, West announced that he was running for president. A few days later, he did a 4-hour rambling interview with Forbes magazine. Some of the unusual statements he made included: he's running for president in 2020 under a new banner for the birthday party. Tesla SpaceX founder Elon Musk is giving him advice, and he will name a preacher from Wyoming as his vice presidential candidate. In addition, he said, I'm speaking with experts. I'm going to speak with Jared Kushner, the White House, with the Biden. He no longer supports President Trump. I'm taking the red hat off. He's suspicious of a potential COVID-19 vaccine, as vaccines are the mark of the beast. He believes Planned Parenthoods have been placed inside cities by white supremacists to do the devil's work. He envisions a White House of organizational model based on the fictitious country of Wakanda in the Black Panther film. Wow. So, I believe the last one there that's amazing, because Wakanda is not real, people. Black Panther, great movie, great comic book character, but it is a comic book character Marvel created, not real. So, this goes to show you, though, that there is issues there somewhere in his mind. And no one's perfect. No one's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. We all have issues some way. But we're not out in the forefront so people can see it. And that's what happens when you run for president. People going to pull up all types of nonsense like they did Trump, like they did every other president, try to make you look bad in front of everybody. So, but he has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. You saw on that we watched that campaign video, and we're now reading this too also. So, I guess the final thoughts here is Kanye ready to actually run for president, fully run through it to the end? So that's a good question. Is he ready? And what do you guys think out here that's watching the video? If you made it this far on the video, let me know what you think. Here's some wisdom though. Me thinking, I'm always logical minded. I think with my mind. I believe that the American people will elect anyone now. When Trump was elected, that was it for me. I knew it. I said anybody can get it. I don't care who it is. They don't need to have any kind of experience in politics, experience dealing with the military, experience anything. All American people want is somebody, to me, this is what I've saw. It doesn't matter. If somebody on the other ballot that everybody hates, like Hillary, it's already foregone. It's already foregone to that individual. And that's it. No, I'm just telling you the truth. And me, I believe Donald Trump never wanted the presidency. I don't believe he ever wanted to be president. I don't believe he think he was going to win it. But he won it, and then he had to take up that mantle, take up the position. So that's it. I don't believe he wanted him to be president. But you are, and you have to deal with it. And so Kanye West, is he ready to be president? This is coming from me. I don't think so at all. We don't know how he react up there in the office. We don't know what kind of outbursts he have. We see what kind of outbursts Donald Trump has. So we don't even know if Kanye West has the mental stability of equal of Donald Trump. We don't even know that. Just being honest, not talking down on Donald Trump. Donald Trump is who he is, and Kanye West is who he is. Accept people for who they are. So, guys, if you made it this far, thank you. I'm going to end this video right there. And you guys have saw enough. We will see how this election turns out in 2020. And I hope you stay healthy this 2020 as the pandemic has spread worldwide. Coronavirus infections to COVID-19. Of course, COVID-19 is an infection that the coronavirus causes. And I hope you stay healthy and stay safe out there. And with that, I'll be talking to you guys later.